Ani bojo, benesi dishnakas, wajash gdorum michisagig anashnabek, kwaho ganyigahaga hodnashoni, alderville donjiba, North Bay and Diane, anashnabek and Dow. You know, many, and I speak to a lot of students and teachers, and I always ask a question: what was the only war ever fought on Canadian soil? And we're very lucky here. If you visit Europe, there are countries their lands have been battlegrounds for centuries, constantly, with different empires fighting against, and they're still fighting each other in Europe. We've been very lucky in this country and in this continent to not have that as a constant threat. And the only war ever fought on this soil was when our neighbors to the south, the newly formed United States of America, invaded us because they wanted us to be part of their new country in 1812. And on this Canada Day, Canadians should all be aware that Canada's Defence Force was largely 10,000 Indigenous warriors. There were very few British troops west of Montreal, and most of the theatre of war was in what we call Southern Ontario. And I always like Canadians to hear names like Pequinawatic, Asiganek, Meskwaki, Ashawanu. These are great heroes. Shawundas. These are some of the greatest heroes in Canadian history, and most Canadians have never heard their names. They might know the name Tecumseh, who was part of that Indigenous force that turned back the American invaders. But most of those warriors were Anishinaabeg, and many of them from these territories, right here around North Bay. And so when we think about on Canada Day, we can think about the role that Indigenous peoples have played in keeping Canada Canadian, because even historians agree that if it weren't for those contributions, we might well be part of the United States now.